Okay, here we are at the Lost Trail Wilderness area. This is just outside of Marion, Montana, just due west of Glacier National Park and probably 50 to around 50 miles south of the Canadian border. Um, this is where telephoto lens sure would be handy. You got this beautiful wetlands down here, and I can't see anything any more than the lake and the mountains around it. And as you can see, it's a pretty hazy day. The clouds, the fires to the west are wreaking havoc on this area. Hopefully when we go down the Idaho BDR, we'll be to the west of the fires, so let's hope that's the case. Anyway, we're going to head on. We've just driven in 16 miles on this dirt road, and it's not been too spectacular until now, so I just wanted you guys to see this, and we'll probably head on for a ways. It looks like it opens up so you can see some things, so let's get rolling and see where we go. Okay, this landscape has supported many people over thousands of years, a testament to the ample natural resources of this place. Signs of this long history are still evident in the landscape around Doll Lake today. Campsites, log cabins, teepee rings, and baking hearths help tell us how people lived on this land. Connected to the land, according to oral tradition and archaeological evidence, Bitterroot, Salish, Pend Orel, and Kootenai people are some of the native tribes who have deep ties to this land. Here men had hunted for deer, bison, water buffalo, while women gathered camas in the wetlands and bitterroot on the upland slopes. They also utilized fire to nourish the ground for plants and animals. Okay, look for remnants of home site cabins around the lake, as well as old sections of the Demersville Wagon Road. Putting down roots. Euro-American homesteaders, including Charles and Neptune Lynch, Jack Nolan, William Orr, and Frank Gardiner, came to Pleasant Valley from Plains, Montana in 1880. They established cattle ranches, cabins, and other structures. When word got out that the Great Northern Railroad line would come through this area, many men came to the valley in search of railroad work and homesteading opportunities. The land soon began to support a growing population. William Orr built a homestead cabin in Pleasant Valley in 1888 and built his house in 1914. The house served as the post office into the 1930s. Later housed the first office for the Lost Trail National Wildlife Refuge, established in 1999. Okay, restoration, reawakening a lake. Thousands of years ago, slow-moving glaciers carved the footprint for the Pleasant Valley through the Salish Mountains, creating Doll Lake. In the early 1900s, homesteaders drained this massive lake to increase home production for domestic livestock. Today, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service has restored the lake, benefiting native plants and wildlife, as well as sustaining a variety of wetland habitats. Restoring the habitat. The Doll Lake restoration allows snowmelt runoff to feed the lake and seasonal wetlands each spring. This fluctuating in water levels also supports nearby mudflats and grasslands. The mixture of different habitat types is called a mosaic. The mosaic supports the diversity of life. Compare the lake before you with this photo of Doll Lake in 1924 before restoration. Actually, it looks the same. I guess they've had such a dry year they didn't get much. Yeah, Doll Lake was pretty dry at one time. Now I guess it's what we see. Once drained, Doll Lake shrank to a mere 150 acres. At this low level, the dry valley bottom primarily supported horses and cattle ranches. After restoration, surrounding low areas once again filled with water, and Doll Lake expanded over 1,500 acres. At these higher water levels, the lake support wetlands and recharges the groundwater aquifer. Okay, historically, trumpeter swans, commonly bred in the northwest Montana a century ago, commercially hunted, decimated swan populations in recent decades. Loss of habitat also hurt trumpeters. In response, the Confederated Salish and Kootenai tribes have successfully reintroduced trumpeter swans on the Flathead Indian Reservation. As a result, the swans have dispersed to suitable habitats throughout western Montana. After a long absence, trumpeter swans have returned to nest on restored Doll Lake. Trumpeter swans require vegetation in shallow waters for safe nesting and protection from predators. Cygnets, young swans, eat aquatic insects before turning into mostly plant-based diet as adults. Trumpeter swans need expanses of open water, so they have a space needed to run and gain enough speed to take flight. Okay, and sandhill cranes. These guys are cool. We saw 4 of them yesterday. I don't know that I was able for you guys to see them, but anyway. From the impressive moose to the tiny insect-eating fishing spider, wildlife gathers at Doll Lake. Here, a mosaic of habitat offers food and shelter for many different wildlife species, residents, and migratory visitors alike. The benefit of a habitat mosaic. The mosaic attracts a variety of wildlife, from upland mammals in search of water to wetland insects. Insect-eating bats, birds, and reptiles. The combination of open water and floating vegetation attracts ducks, cranes, and swans, while bunches of bulrush in the shallow areas attract coots, rails, and blackbirds. Shorebirds like the mudflats, where they use their long beak to probe deep for the invertebrates. Orioles, toads, and other amphibious breeds in the shallow waters along the lake edges. I hope you can understand. Anyway, sandhill cranes feed heartily on wetland insects and amphibians as they plant tubers near the lake edge, as well as plant tubers nearby the grass edge. Nearby grass meadows make attractive nesting sites. Yeah, these sandhill cranes, they stand almost 6 feet tall, and they're quite impressive to see. Cinnamon teal and other migratory waterfowl, such as the mallards, northern shovelers, and Canadian geese, stop over wetlands like these at Doll Lake. The wetlands provide food, water, and safe eating spots during long migratory journeys. Okay, well, and I guess we're not seeing any elk or anything like that here, but shoot, let's go take a look. guys, I might see some birds down there, but you guys sure as hell can't, so sorry about that. Anyway, let's ride on and see if we can get closer to something. Yeah, we're just too far away to really get a good look at the birds. So, okay.